welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Autumn, and I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to talk about something near and dear to my heart, and that is anime. But I kind of wanted to talk about the beginnings, so let's get into it. So today's video is going to be a little different from what I'm used to doing. I kind of want to give you guys like the 101 on how to get into anime. Now, nobody's tips are perfect. Everybody gets into it their own way, but I figured I could give, for those of you who don't know what it is, that keep calling it cartoons, a little rundown on how to get into it so that you can enjoy it like the rest of us. There's a whole community involved in this, and the best way to get into the community is to get to know what the material actually is. So the first part of this video is going to be me explaining the different types and subgenres of anime, because not all anime is created equal. Some of it is better than others. Some of them are geared towards some very interesting topics, but I'll get into that a little later. And then I've got a few tips for you guys in the second half of my video that will kind of give you some tips on how to get started and how to navigate the cutthroat world of liking anime, because it ain't easy. It ain't easy out here for us, no. So yeah, let's get started. So before we get started, and before I get started into what I'm going to say, I just want to add a disclaimer that there are no real rules to anime, to liking anime, to how you watch, to how you consume Japanese anime. Whether you want to watch subtitles, you want to watch all in Japanese and try to figure it out, which God bless, or if you want to read the manga, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Everybody has preferences. So remember, everybody has preferences. Don't judge people on their preferences. Let them do what they want. So let's get into like the meat of this. So there are different genres of anime. So not all anime is the same. There are 7 main genres of anime, and then there are about like 6 or 7 more like sub-genres where like things start to mix and intertwine and like mingle in and stuff. So I'll just give you guys a quick rundown of what each genre is. So the first genre is kodomo. So in Japanese, kodomo, I'll put it on the screen, means children or child. So this is gonna be like your shinchin, or anything that's really mainly geared towards children. I'll put some other examples on the screen somewhere so that you guys can see what examples they are. These are mostly geared towards children, like I said before. I mean, anybody can watch them, but their audience, the target audience, is children. There's shonen, which is commonly known for all the top mangas, like, or top anime, like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, those things that are geared towards like teenage boys, like young teen boys, like adolescent, well, not adolescent, more like child to teen, growing into teen boys. For these anime, a lot of the main characters are usually men, usually in their early teen ages, and there's like a lot of fight scenes and stuff. I think they're pretty cool. Like I said, anybody can watch these. You don't have to be a young teen boy to like shonen anime. I love shonen anime, but you know, yeah. So then there's shoujo, which is more geared towards young teen girls. So an example for shoujo would be Sailor Moon, or Ouran High School Host Club. Stuff where like the girl may not be like the main character, but it's a very girly vibe, if that makes sense. So I personally like other things like Glitter Force. I'm down with Glitter Force. But yeah, so it's not always super girly. Sometimes there are some fighting in them, but it's very clear that the audience that's targeted is for younger girls, but you can watch what you want, like I said. The next one is I'm not gonna say it right, but seinen, which is for older, like young adult males. And so some examples of these will be like Space Dandy, Bobo. I don't know if you guys remember that one. And like Code Geass, stuff that's, it's a little more mature. Like I personally wouldn't let my kids watch a lot of it without explaining some things first, but it's still for like a younger crowd or whatever. And then the opposite of that is josei, which is for young adult women, which is geared to things that are like a little more on the romantic side. Implied romance is very big over there, like Yuri on Ice, Nana, stuff like that. So then we get into the last two, which is Harum, which is girls, no, which is boys surrounded by girls. An example of this is Haganai, and then another example is like High School DxD. It's a little, High School DxD is a little like, it's a little out there, but the concept of a guy being surrounded by a bunch of women in the show is like the main concept of this. The reverse of that is reverse harem, which is a girl being surrounded by a bunch of guys. So think Fruits Basket or Boys Over Flowers. I think they turned that into an anime, or maybe I'm just thinking about the actual live action TV show and the manga. But anyway, Boys Over Flowers. These are like your 7 themes that most anime will choose to go by. Some of them do cross over a lot, and so that's when we get into the next subsections. So I've written the subsections down because there's no way I can remember all of them. And like I said, this is not all of them. This is just a few. So you've got the mecha, which is machines, like Code Geass is machinery. Then you've got like, what's that one? I'll just put some up because I can't think of the names of these anime right now. Machines, guns, all that. But then you might still have themes of like romance and stuff like that gear towards women or gear towards men. So it's like a mixture of things that go into that. There's Isekai, which is fantasy world. So when I think of Isekai, I think of Sword Art Online, or I think of there's an anime on Netflix that deals with playing things online and on a computer. A lot of that fantasy stuff. So like Black Clover would technically be a mixture of Isekai and like maybe shonen possibly. Then there's Slice of Life, which is like life-based. That stuff is kind of like you're following one character or another character. There's usually love scenes connected into these ones. They're my favorite as far as scenery. The scenery is these are the ones that make you cry, like Your Lie in April. What is it? Your Name. That's one with all those really cool scenes of Japan. So that's one. And you have more Americanized kiddie stuff, which is Kodomo Muke, which is like Pokemon, Digimon, all the stuff that your mom probably grew up saying, oh, that's for kids, but you were watching it at 14. Yeah, it's for kids, but it's not really for kids because it's like implied to be for kids, but it's not really for kids. So yeah, Kodomo Muke is like your, in my opinion, your classics like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, where there's so many subgenres that it ends up being for kids, but not really for kids. I'm not making any sense. And then you have your like sports related stuff. So this is like I subgenre this because sports related stuff can either gear towards women or men or kids. So you can have different ones. So like there's the Prince of Tennis, which I feel like is, for me, was a little more of a childish anime, but it's sports and slice of life. So it was like a little bit of everything. And then you've got like haiku, which is volleyball, which is, to me, resembles shonen as far as like geared towards men or geared towards young boys, but sports, little tiny bit of slice of life. So yeah, sports is the next sub. And then, like I said, there's thousands of subgenres. There's way too many to even put in this video. It will be way too long. But yeah, so comment down below what some of your favorite subgenres are, because I think for me, anything with slice of life in it is gonna make me cry. So I do like those, but I stick more towards the shonen stuff because I like the action, I like the fight scenes. I don't really like a lot of mecha, so I personally suffered getting through Code Geass because I was like, this is not my cup of tea. But it's okay, because I've got tips for you guys when it comes to getting into anime for the first time. Okay, so my first tip is to pick more than one genre. It's a plethora of things out there for you to watch, so pick more than one. You don't have to stick with just one. If you don't like this one, then pick up another one. Like I said, I don't really like mecha, so I picked up fantasy, you know, and I like fantasy stuff. So pick up more than one. Tip number 2, take your time. A lot of these anime, especially like the big ones that everyone talks about, they take time to build up into the plot and into the meat of the show. Like for instance, One Piece. I first of all refuse to watch an anime with that many episodes ever again because I got through Naruto Shippuden and I won't do anything else. But if you're gonna go and commit to something like that, take your time, be patient with yourself. Tip number 3. If you can't decide on a genre, it's perfectly okay to go with the big boys that everyone talks about. So your Bleach, your Naruto, your Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, it's okay. Go with those. Because sometimes it takes the big guys to get people in. But you don't have to if you don't want to commit to those. I know that some of them are lengthy, some of them do take time, some of them take more time than you would like to really get the plot going. And if that's the case, start with the smaller ones. But do whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever's at your own pace. Or stay off of social media. Because social media, keyboard warriors, they are so quick to tell you what you should and should not be watching. What's lame to watch, or, oh, you watch with subtitles. Or you don't watch with subtitles. Or you prefer to watch dubbed over sub, then you don't really like anime. Stay off of social media, especially when you're beginning, because you're going to inherit a lot of prejudice from people who have been doing this for years. And I think it's best that people go into watching anime in your own mindset. Don't let other people tell you what is best. And I have been guilty of that, telling people, oh, you should watch anime. You should watch Naruto. And maybe Naruto's not their cup of tea. Stay off of social media, at least for the first few months when you're getting started, just so that you can find what you like and what makes you comfortable before you start letting everyone else in your ear talking mess about the anime that you like or the way that you like to watch your anime. So stay off of social media. Number 5. If you don't like it, you can put it down. You don't have to commit. You do not have to commit. I will admit, I started watching One Piece and I could not. I got to episode 50 and was like, what is the point? So I put it down. It's okay to put it down. No one's going to judge you. And if they do, they're a gatekeeper and we don't like them anyway. Number 6. After you've found the anime that you like, or the genre that you like, or the animes, plural, that you like, reach out to social media after you've really dove into what you like. There's a community out there for you. There are people who like just straight Kodomo, Moke, or Muke anime. There are people who only watch fantasy anime and that's all they want to talk about. There's groups out there for you. Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. Maybe not Reddit. Reddit can get kind of scary. Yeah, Discord, there's people out there for you guys. So reach out to someone, reach out to a community that likes to do and listen and watch the same stuff that you do. Tip number 7. So my last tip is liking anime is a personal experience. Let me get a little closer. Liking anime is a personal experience. Liking anime is a personal experience. That means it's not a competition. You don't have to compare with your friends and your family on who watches the most anime, who knows the most things about anime. Anime is a you and the TV situation. So, keeping that in mind, it should be for you. You pick the stuff that you want to watch. You talk about the things that you want to talk about. You let the people in your lives that like the things that you like. Anime is a personal experience, not a competition. It's, like I said, social media can make things seem like it is a competition, but hey, it's not a competition. If you don't like Hunter x Hunter because everybody else likes Hunter x Hunter, you don't have to watch Hunter x Hunter. Simple as that. So yeah, one little thing as far as getting into anime, how to get into anime, things that I've seen online, I've seen people asking is how. So Netflix, Hulu, they have anime on them. Crunchyroll has anime. You can find them online. I know that YouTube has a service where you can pay to watch certain anime online. If you have VPN and you have like Netflix in a different country, you can watch anime that way. Anime is easily accessible to anybody. You don't necessarily have to pay for it. I don't know if any of the anime sites that I used when I was a kid are still around. I'm pretty sure they deaded that like a few years ago, but watching anime should be pretty relatively easy to do. Just check your streaming sites first for what anime are on there. Just a little tidbit of information before you go. But yeah, so that is it. I've had given you the playbook of what to watch, how to watch it, and what to do when you start watching it. If you like this video, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And I guess we'll just talk to you later. So thank you so much for watching. Bye. I mean, honestly, I think I just ripped a hole in my bed with this chair. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about anime, look at this. I love anime.